This time, 9 years have gone by. Summer 1913. And a lot of changes have taken place in Grover's Corner. Horses are getting rarer. Farmers are driving their Fords in the market. And folks are starting to lock their doors and windows for fear of burglars, but we haven't seen any here. But in spite of the changes, not much changes here in Grover's Corner. Especially up here, Lindy Hilltop. Up here, you can see the stars, the moon, Lake Sunapee, Lake Winnipesaukee, over to the White Mountains, up to Jaffrey and North Jaffrey, Mount Washington, everyone's favorite mountain, Mount Monadnock, over to Conroy, North Conroy, and down to Petersboro, and Dublin, and then way below, there's Grover's Corners. Yeah, mighty nice spot up here, full of mountain laurel and lilac. Can't imagine why anyone would want to be buried in Brooklyn or Woodlawn. And they could spend their time right up here in New Hampshire. The oldest graves are over here. These date from the 1660s and 1670s. Brave, hardy folk came a long way for independence. Folks come up here on the weekend and make fun of the spellings on the stones. I suppose there's no harm in that. Other folks from Boston hired genealogists to come up here and see if their families were on the Mayflower, or maybe part of the Daughters of the American Revolution. I suppose there's no harm in that either. Over here are the Civil War veterans, each one with an iron flag. These were young New Hampshire boys. Fought for the preservation of the Union, though most of them probably hadn't seen 50 miles of it. They knew a name: United States of America. United States of America. And they died for it. This is the newest part of the cemetery. You see Mrs. Gibbs. There's Simon Stimson. There's Mrs. Soames. Remember, she had so much fun at the wedding. And there's Wally Webb. That's Mr. Webb's son. He burst an appendix on a Boy Scout trip in Crawford Notch. Yeah, there's a lot of sorrow over here. Families just wild with grief. Bring their relatives up here in the snow, in the rain, the wind. Yeah, there are a lot of thoughts up here. There's no post office. Now, there's something we all know. Don't take it out and look at it very often. We all know that something is eternal. It's not the stars. It's not the earth. It's not houses. We all know deep in our bones that there's something eternal about every human being. It's just strange how we forget that sometimes. Now the dead, they don't stay interested in the living for very long. Slowly, slowly. They begin to let go. Let go of all that ambition, all that joy, all that love, all that pain, all that suffering. They become weaned from it. That's how I put it. Weaned. That earth part of them burns away. And they become indifferent. Indifferent to the world and indifferent to Grover's Corners. But they're waiting for something. They're waiting for something big to come out. What they're waiting for is the coming out of the eternal in every person. Clear? Now, some of the things they're going to say might hurt your feelings a little. Mother and daughter, husband and wife, miser and money, enemy and enemy. All these categories that were so important before just fade away. What's left? What's left when you've lost your memory and your identity, Mrs. Smith? Well, here's some living beings. Here's Stoddard, going to supervise a new grave. And here comes Sam Craig, Grover's Corners native, who left years ago and is now returning.
Good afternoon, Stoddard.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see now. Do I know you?
I'm Sam Craig.
Gracious sakes alive! Of all people, I should have known you'd be back for the funeral. You've been away a long time, Sam.
Yes, I've been away for over 12 years now. I was doing business in Buffalo just then. But I was in the East when I got the news of my cousin's death. So I thought I'd combine things a little and come back and see the old home. You look well.
Yes, can't complain. Very sad our journey today, Sam.
Yes.
Yes, I always say, I hate to supervise when a young person is taken. They'll be here in a few minutes now. I had to come here early today. My son's supervising at the home.
Old Farmer McCarthy. I used to do chores for him after school. He had lumbago.
Yes. We brought Farmer McCarthy here a number of years ago now.
Is that my Aunt Julia? I'd forgotten that she... Of course.
Yes, Doug Gibbs lost his wife 2 or 3 years ago, about this time. And today's another bad blow for him, too.
That's my sister Carrie's boy, Sam Craig.
It always makes me uncomfortable when they're around.
Simon.
Do they write their own verses much, Stoddard?
No, not usual. Mostly the bereaved speak a verse.
Doesn't sound like Aunt Julia. Well,